Graf, while a worldwide jewelry company, still has a lot of potential to tap into subcultures that they may not have considered. Therefore, I propose that they target Asian Indians in America, as they are ranked first as the wealthiest ethnic group living in the United States. In this report, I will explore how this ethnic group can positively impact the brand by developing recommendations and using media engagement outlets. The report will also assess ways in which Graf and Mindy Weiss can engage Asian Indians and untapped potential markets for their company to be considered. In this report, the ethnic group that will be focused on are Asian Indians, and for Graf and Mindy Weiss to tap into this consumer to gain more brand visibility, brand awareness, and sales. A market analysis of the population will be included, and the product category that Graf should focus on for this particular population will be chosen. Therefore, 3 recommendations will also be listed. The report found that tapping into the Asian Indian population in the United States would be a wise choice as they are one of the wealthiest. The culture also places jewelry at a high value, especially at weddings. Therefore, Graf and Mindy Weiss should focus on this untapped population to grow their sales and their niche population using their unique wedding pieces as the focal point. The selected ethnic group in the United States that Graf and Mindy Weiss should target are Asian Indian. As a market for jewelry, India is one of the top in the world. It has been said that India is the second largest jewelry market in the world. The Euromonitor had reported that Indian fine jewelry was set to grow by 30 million in the next 5 years. In the United States, the fine jewelry market is about 56 billion and the market in India is at 62 billion. Jewelry is a central piece of luxury to Indians and the culture. It is tradition in India to buy jewelry at a wedding, during festivals, and during important family functions. Jewelry in Indian culture is a symbol of wealth and investment. I suggest the product category that Graf and Mindy Weiss focus on for Asian Indian living in the United States are the unique pieces for their weddings. In Indian culture, jewelry is essential. Regardless of the region one comes from, it represents wealth and abundance. Further, in the Indian culture, it is believed that jewelry helps enhance the beauty of the one who wears the jewelry. Indians believe that jewelry represents status and power. Jewelry is also understood as a form of art and self-expression. Our 3 recommendations are focused ads, emotional story on Graf website, and Graf booth at Holi and Diwali events. The first recommendation is to focus on ads in neighborhoods where Asian Indians live and are mostly populated in the United States. For example, Graf is already presented in New York. Graf can now do the research and see which neighborhoods are more populated by Asian Indians in New York and post billboards there. These ads will focus on weddings and will use verbiage that utilize the language of tradition, luxury, and uniqueness to tap into that market. The second recommendation is to include an emotional story on the Graf website. This page can specifically target Asian Indians, where an Asian Indian bride is shown wearing Graf's unique jewelry at their wedding and proposal planned by Mindy Weiss. When a consumer is emotionally invested in a brand, they tend to connect with the brand more and end up spending more as a result. Further, focusing on an event like a wedding, especially for Asian Indians, allows for Grafs to strengthen their relationship with that consumer group because Graf can then become known for their unique wedding pieces and wedding planning by Mindy Weiss. The third recommendation would be the Graf have a booth at both Holi and Diwali events. Holi is celebrated in the summer and Diwali is celebrated in the winter. Therefore, Graf having visibility for at least 2 seasons in the year for the most important events in the Indian culture. These booths and events can be planned by Mindy Weiss and can be as luxurious as the brand is. As for media mix, we will use billboards in targeted neighborhoods to focus on Asian Indians. Emotional stories on the Graf website, booth advertisements planned by Mindy Weiss to focus on both seasons and create more visibility, and of course, Instagram. Many people around the world are using Instagram more so than any other social media platforms to create advertisements of Graf and Mindy Weiss planned weddings to focus on Asian Indian community can have many spread the message about the brand and its focus on the Asian Indian culture. Some media that will not be used is such as Facebook. Facebook is no longer used as much as other social media platforms like Instagram. Facebook has become more about multiple posts that get lost in the mix. So to have a post about graph on Facebook may not be as effective as an advertisement on Instagram. Another platform that we will not be using is magazines. Not many people read magazines anymore as they prefer online platforms. Therefore, the advertisements on online platforms will have higher visibility chances. Social media is more accessible as a result. In conclusion, the untapped market that would be best served Graph to focus on is the Asian Indians who live in the United States, both for Graph and MindyWise. Not only are they ranked the top wealthiest in the country, but their culture places a great value on jewelry, weddings, and wedding planning. Graph can gain so much exposure and brand awareness by working on advertisements for Asian Indians, whereby Graph can become even more known in the country as a luxury brand, not only for jewelry, but also for their planning with MindyWise. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation. Please contact me in regards to any questions or collaborations. Thank you.